What's happened, you savages? Uncle Joey here and my main man, Lee Syatt. It's the church New Testament coming your way. It's Tuesday, the 20th of May. Do what you gotta do, beautiful people. It's Tuesday, the 20th of May, Memorial Day weekend, so you got this and Wednesday, and then everybody comes soft. They're thinking about potato salad and what color they're gonna fucking put the tablecloth, you know, whether it should be red and white or blue and white or whatever the fuck. What's up, dog?
Dude, and it's funny because I know you hate it, but for people who work like normal jobs, weeks like this are like we dream about them.
Listen, dog,
it's fucking amazing.
Even when I worked, even when I was in prison, okay?
What are you talking?
I didn't give a fuck about Memorial Day, right?
Even in prison every day is Memorial Day.
Yeah, every day. No, not really. You get scabbed, black people yelling. It's fucking amazing in there.
Well, yeah, but you did have a job. You had the bakery.
Yeah, I had the kitchen.
And then, I
got fired from the bakery. Remember, I almost blew up the kitchen,
right.
So they said, we got a better job for you. We got something better.
And what happens if, like, you don't want to work? Because that, like, to work all day for, like, $1, fuck you.
Dog, it's like 25 cents an hour. I was getting like 37 cents an hour. And I was like a high-paid dude. Like I was like making $1.80 on the streets. 37 cents a week times 5 hours or something like that. 37 cents a day times 5. That's $1.50 a fucking day. I was getting $10 every 2 weeks, but I had the fucking bookmaking operation. So that's how
you have to.
You have to.
And then, like, I don't know if you saw it, and I
wasn't getting high in that. Let's get something straight.
You did acid.
Yeah, but $3 a hit. What I'm trying to say is, for a joint and a half, they call it what? Matchboxes? What's the matches with the box that you hit on the side?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Striker? I don't know.
The little box? A matchbox. That's what they call them.
Yeah.
It's $50 for a joint and a half of fucking regular shit. I don't even know what they were paying in there for coke and heroin. I know they do each other's cottons and shit. Like one guy holds on to it and he gives it to the other guy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, HIV.
Teamwork.
Yeah, HIV for everybody. And everybody gets HIV. Everybody's gonna have a sore and a skinny neck in 3 years.
Fuck. Dude, but like I don't know if you saw, and I wasn't even planning on talking about it, but what happened? I think it was like New Orleans. Like 10 people escaped. Because they just ripped the door off of the hinges
in prison.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like
people gonna.
Oh, it might have been jail. Like I know there's a difference, but like 10 people escaped. They've caught like 3 of them, and like the guard said like they stayed away because they were afraid for their safety. Like they ripped the door off the hinges, and then like they took like the sink in the cell and pulled that away. And I think it's. I was on CNN today. It took them like 8 hours to realize they were gone.
Who gives a fuck about inmates? How about the Mexican ship?
Yeah,
into the Brooklyn Bridge. Mexicans jumping off. The one guy playing the guitar as he's sinking.
Oh.
What the fuck? Why would you fucking go under the bridge? And then they killed like 6 people, right?
Yeah,
killed 2 people, injured fucking 8. Listen. Columbus was the last Spanish guy. Knock it off. If you're Spanish, leave it to the fucking white dudes that smuggle weed, whatever.
And why do they have a sailboat?
Fuck are you gonna crack into the fucking Brooklyn Bridge? A bunch of people on there. Viva Zapata. Selena Gomez was out there and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that poor bastard.
On a sailboat.
Did you see that? It's a fucking nightmare. It's and I love Mexican people, but what's with the fucking ship? Leave that to the cartel. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that smuggle and shit. Unbelievable. The cartel does all that shit. These were amateurs.
I gotta be honest, the cartel does it better.
Yeah, they wouldn't hit a bridge.
No, not in a sailboat. Those fucking dude. Can you imagine? Like, imagine if the bridge went down. Like, I don't know how that even happened.
Go down from that little faggy boat.
I don't know.
You gotta hit that with a fucking. You gotta hit that with like one of those Navy ships and shit to rattle the core and.
But it wasn't Navy. But I guess it's a Mexican Navy.
Mexican Navy. Well, how many times have you seen a commercial for the Mexican Navy? If they got 200 people, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen they have videos of the cartel and they have better equipment than the Mexican
bro, they got
armed
better
forces
equipment
do.
Than fucking. They got everything. They know what everybody else knows. You don't make that type of money, and you're gonna pay Let's pretend they make, I just give you a number, a realistic number, $1 billion a year, which is bullshit.
Right.
They probably pay $250 million in counterintelligence.
Yeah.
You know,
For like
that,
what
you got to buy fucking missiles and cameras and fucking, seeing the dark shit. It's the shit the government has.
probably like even better. And what do you when you say intelligence? What do you do? You think it's like? Does that include like paying people off at the border, or what do you mean?
All that, even more. That's a complete different envelope. This is an envelope that just goes to like DEA. They buy CIA files. They buy everything. They buy everything. With that type of money, it's no money. No number is big enough.
Yeah.
Those guys make a lot of fucking money, Lee. Truckloads at a fucking time.
And what do you?
What was fucking Escobar making in his heyday that he made the Forbes fucking list? He was making, I think it was $6 million a day.
Probably, yeah.
$6 million a day. That's $42 million a week. Are you fucking kidding me? What can't you buy? Freedom. Even if he takes a shipment and go, you know what? I'm just gonna get my dick sucked at a strip club. He could just light the fucking. When he froze, he burnt $100,000, $1 million to keep his family warm.
Right.
With matches. Who does that? Who burns $1 million?
I gotta be. They'd have to be really cold for me to have to burn 100,000.
Oh, but you're Jewish.
Would you burn 100,000?
Fuck, for my family. Fuck yeah, to keep them warm. $1 million. When you have
when you have that amount.
When you have 42 million, what's $1 million? When you have 42 million, and you got another 42 million coming in next week, what's $1 million?
You would think that, but that's how
even if I shoot the operation down after May, I still got fucking, 84 million coming to me in 2 weeks. That'll make me laugh for a long time.
Dude, I can't. I don't know why people don't quit when they have that much money.
Because think about it. You want more fucking money. Look at Elon Musk. Why didn't he quit?
He doesn't have cartel money.
He passed pretty close to it.
All
those guys on the fucking Forbes list, those top 10 guys, they got dough. They got loot.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching that stupid show last night. He robbed a $900,000 chain from some chick. For somebody, a woman, for your husband to buy you pretty much $1 million chain, they got to have 30 million in the bank. For people let me buy her $1 million chain that's going to sit in the fucking drawer. Is it an investment?
And it got robbed?
Well, on this TV show, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
But who spends $900,000? That's fucking shit money.
I don't even. That's so much money that I can't even wrap my head around.
No, and you're not supposed to. So mind your business. You know what I'm saying? What are you worried about $42 million? You get me all hot and bothered. I was going to go home and start selling coke again. I'll tell you what happened to me this fucking weekend.
What's that?
Parks was great. Last week was great. Sunday, I went to little Joey's 8th or 9th birthday party. And I get there, I go inside, it's like 1 o'clock, got a couple numbers in me. And right away, they got like a really good Italian sandwiches. But they had little ones, those little bite-sized ones. And I go, you know what? This will hold me over till the dinner at 4 or 5. So I ate a little piece of sandwich, fucking great bread, great coconut. I'm good. I didn't want to sit in the house no more. It was a nice day, so I went outside. And when I'm sitting outside there, they ordered cases of fucking White Castle.
Oh, right? Shit.
So I'm sitting there minding my own business, watching the kids play, talking to some of the parents. And one of the kids goes, Joe, you want a White Castle? And I go, you know what? I'll take a White Castle. And I ate one. I'm like, this is pretty fucking good. And then I ate another one. And you're like, this is pretty good. But I didn't touch the fries, and I only ate 2. I usually eat 3.
Well, the little small slider things.
Yeah, I usually eat 3. But today I ate 2. And it's funny, when you move here, like I did, I went to White Castle the first time with my wife and daughter. Everybody loved it. You should have seen them on the way home. You thought I fucking introduced them to the fucking, Johnny Van Butte. Then like the second time, they were all like a little hesitant. Like, I don't know. If you want to go get them, we'll wait for you. And then when I brought them home, I went up a few hours later. There was like maybe 2 or 3 missing. And then one day I asked Mercy, I go, you just want to go to White Castle? She's like, not in a million years, Dad. And I'm like, why? And she goes, Dad, my stomach got really sick last time for a couple
Yeah.
of days. And I'm like, she's young. My stomach don't get sick. Let me tell you something. I went home last night. I relaxed. I smoked some dope. I got the week ready. This morning I got up, took a shower, ate breakfast. And when I was driving around this morning, I'm like, man, my stomach feels funky, right? And then I had to go to the gym. And as I was driving to the boxing gym, I'm like, this is not going to work out.
No.
But they got a nice bathroom at the boxing gym. It's never dirty. They always clean it. They keep it clean. So I went, and while I was at the boxing gym, I didn't have to shit, but I bought a container of pineapple juice. They have fresh squeezed pineapple juice. And I got one on the way home, and I drank on the way home. 10 minutes from the house, I'm like, I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to die, right? And when I hit the fucking right turn to go on to Willow, I smelt an odor that I haven't smelt in years, okay? It's like when you have a dead body, you try to move it, and it's got that last fart in it, and it fucking lets it go. That's the worst fart you'll ever smell. So that is the worst.
I think everyone can relate to that.
Somebody's dead for like 3 hours. You try to move the body, and you'll hear that last, you smell that shit.
Oh.
So, dog, I went to the bathroom. I went to the basement bathroom, and I just unleashed pain, fury, anger. Everything came out of my asshole. Dog, I had to light 2 candles, open up the garage door, open up the door to the garage, and open up the back door, and I had to spray Febreze. I left for like 2 or 3 hours. I came back. It was worse. I had to put the fart fan on. I will never touch White Castle as long as I fucking live again. I don't know where that odor came from, but I don't want to smell it again.
Dude, but sometimes you need it. Like, if you ever
No, you don't
need
need
to
that shit in your life. You don't need that. If I want that smell, I'll drive on the parkway and I'll park and sit there for 10 minutes and and smell it, that fucking rotten ass.
But you never feel like you have to take a shit and like you're like, okay, I'll get White Castle now.
Not like that.
It was that bad?
Yeah, the odor was not. No. If a doctor would have walked by, they would have called an ambulance. They would have said,
someone's dead in there.
That horse died. Something happened in there. It was not good, guys.
And you didn't do that at the gym? Because I know you hate when people take shits at the gym.
No, but if it's an emergency, listen, before I go to the gym bathroom, I'll look outside and see if there's a palm tree or something like that. I have no shame with taking a good shit outside, okay? The only thing with my age, you can't do it close to a school because then fucking,
I think that's really anyone's age.
I'm a sexual offender that takes shits in front of kids. I don't want to do 30 years for that shit. So, so I don't want to do time for that. So I just.
You'd rather, and obviously not
this
in
bathroom is clean though, very, very clean.
But it didn't seep out into the gym.
And there weren't a lot of people there.
Thank God.
So I wouldn't have minded. It's when there's 200 people in the gym, and you open up the door after you dump your liver. And next thing you know, there's 3 women waiting to go to the bathroom. And you're like, I can't come back here for a week. I can't come back here for 10 days. I can't come back here at this time slot again. Because these women are all going to see me and go, that dude, no bueno. That motherfucker.
See, I'm surprised you get him. I would think, knowing, if I had to guess, I thought you'd do the exact opposite. Like, if you saw some women who you thought like would do that, you would just like leave it for them, especially.
Listen, bro. In my world, a woman can do whatever the fuck she wants. You ever have a woman shit in front of you? It doesn't even smell. I don't know what they do. They carry something in their purse.
Yeah.
You ever listen, better this. Go out with a girl. She'll tell you she has to go to the bathroom after a dinner. That means she's taking a shit. Bring her back to your house and eat her ass. It doesn't smell like a follicle of poop.
No.
It smells fresh. We can't do that. I take a shit. I take 2 showers. My asshole still smells. I know that for a fact because I always check my muffin. I go, Jesus Christ. I soap it. I loofah it. I put conditioner in there. I put everything in my asshole.
And do you do a couple different like passes on it, or just one pass? And because if I smelled it and it smelled bad, I would do it again.
No, but it's clean. It's clean. It's spotless.
Right.
I know for a fact it's spotless. It doesn't matter. It's like they have barnacles that stick onto the side. You got to burn them off with a lighter and a magnifying glass and shit. You got to find yourself somebody who's willing to fucking do something like that.
I was just gonna say, I don't think your wife would do that for you.
No wife would do that. You got to go for outside help for that. You got to find that chick, the Chinese chick that pops the pimples on your neck.
Oh.
That fucking crazy bitch.
And burn the barnacles off of your asshole?
Yeah, but they burn them nice. Chinese people know how to. They got like a mild sparkler, like a little sparkler on a stick. It's like a laser sparkling. And all of a sudden you just hit the floor, and that's it. You're back to home.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, cocksucker. But Philadelphia was really good. We had 2 shows last week that were very nice. We had Thursday at the Dojo and Saturday in Philadelphia. And the Dojo, I was thinking about this, is becoming our little ice house.
Yeah. It's very similar to like the Stage 2 ice house for sure.
Stage 2 ice house. We were looking for it, and we fucking found it. The utopia.
Yeah.
We go there, work out. We're doing 2 Thursdays, the 6th and the 12th, or the 6th and the 27th, something like that. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. 27th at the pack. No, 28th I'm at the pack. 27th I'm at the pack. The 26th I'm at the Dojo. It's a Thursday. So a nice warm-up, ba-boom.
So the first and the last Thursday?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Dude, it's funny. I never thought about it like the ice house, but you're 100% right. Because the ice house always had, like, the audiences were always
energetic.
Game. Like, and they would have
a small room. They were powerful. And once you get comfortable in that fucking type of room, once you get comfortable, your guts will come out more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's been going on. Your guts come out more because you're comfortable in that room. You're comfortable in that setting. And that's what you need. A couple workouts in there a week, you're tip-top magoo. You're not bad.
But and it's not anything about the Dojo, but like I had such a good set there on Thursday, and I tried to, like, it was not ad-libbed, but like a different look at what I've been doing. And I tried to do it at Parks, and it went okay. But like I think it made me a little bit overconfident. Like that room is so good that I got overconfident for other shows.
Well, you're comparing 100 people to 1,600 people.
Right.
Okay? Remember I told you once when I first got moved here, I was trying to get back into comedy. And what I didn't like about doing comedy then was I lost control of the audience, and it was a 140-seat room. I couldn't control them. I could not fucking control them. It was like, and I've been controlling 140 people all my life. That's the normal number. You know, the comedy store's 180. So I've been running 180 people, 140 all my life. For me, that could control them. I was like, I'm done with comedy. Something's not working.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the Dojo and you do a couple workouts in there. You keep showing up, and you start getting that control. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's like you have to, what's that shit cowboys do with the fucking lasso? You got to lasso them in.
Mm-hmm.
They all got to come together at the same time, and it's very tough to do that if you miss the fucking lasso and you only have this side of the room on. So once you lasso them in, you know, that's what it feels like. I got them. Now I could do whatever the fuck I want. I could say what I want. I got them. That's it. I got them. Then you move on to 800 seats, and you'll realize, that's why when you go to a theater after a small room, it always feels kind of weird.
Yeah, it felt weird.
Okay, so it's the timing. It's the energy, Lee. The energy up front has to be everything. If I go up front, when I get off stage, I'm huffing and puffing and I'm sweating because I did 30 minutes in 15. You're not giving them a breather. That's the advantage of having more than 15 minutes. That if I have 30, these bitches ain't going to breathe. They're not going to breathe.
Right.
How many minutes you want me to do? 15? Okay. Now you're dead because I'm going to take that 30 minutes and condense them. Do the jokes I give them the greatest hits of, and then do the long ones that I could fit in 15 minutes, and just fucking level them. It's all about energy. The bigger the room, you better show up with some fucking energy, put your lungs into it, and it's got to come from your feet. Like when you get off that stage, your hips hurt. They should fucking hurt. Your back should hurt. You know, because you're giving them everything you got. It's like when you throw a right cross, a punch doesn't come from the arm. A punch comes from the foot. When you push off that foot and you throw that right fucking number 2 punch, that's where everything is. And even when you throw a jab, you're stepping forward and you're pushing off this leg and you're so it's always that fucking, so energy up front, energy in a theater is big. Or come out heavy. Always come out heavy. For 6 minutes, come out heavy. You fight. Did you see the Antonio Brown fight? Anybody saw that? And AB got it mugged.
Did you really?
Nobody fucking saw that. Yeah. Antonio Brown they tried to rob his jewelry the other night.
Oh, it was like a legit. Okay.
It was fucking, he was going off. And that's 6 minutes. Like, he probably couldn't do it for 20.
Right.
Your heart will blow up. But that 6, whatever, he was fighting for 2 minutes, whatever. They didn't stop. They were throwing punches. People were flying through the air. A guy fell down. He kicked him in the stomach. There was always action. And that's when you get into those bigger rooms where you might lose control, that's 400 seats and more. Like the club in Arizona has 650
Stand Up
fucking
Live?
seats. It goes deep. Irvine.
Oh, that one too.
Irvine. I used to always eat a bag of dicks every year. I drove down there to pick up a nice check to eat a bag of dicks, and it was 3 hours of traffic.
Yeah.
We would have to leave at 4 to get there at 7:15, eat that fucking Japanese burger that I shit blood.
I forgot about that burger
Remember
place.
what was the name of that burger everybody was talking about? They had the chain, Wasabi Burger. Or
I'll look it up
Yoshi.
in the break. It's at the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, Yoshi Burger was in Burbank. Then it closed. And then they finally had it somewhere else, like, this, that, and Yoshi Burger. I got so fucking sick that night, but Irvine pissed me off because in 23 years of doing Irvine, I never could control. It was always seemed like I was doing jokes and they were coming out of there, and the people on this side weren't laughing, or vice versa. You would go down there, do 2 shows, and drive home and go, what the fuck was that? Well, it's the night before Thanksgiving.
Right. But I feel like I'm just, since I've moved here, almost by accident, working on my energy, or because when you said your legs hurt, I have nights where I think it happens by accident, where I have a lot of energy. I always try to have energy, but that's not really my style. But I noticed there was one time it backfired, but I don't, the fact that you can harness it and decide to do it, I'm nowhere near that yet.
Okay, here's the deal. Number one, I think it was Nick hit me up the other day. He's like, hey, do you want to meet and get dinner? That'll never happen.
Before show.
That'll never happen. I don't want to talk to nobody before a fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much energy. Talking to people, they're going to ask you goofy questions. What made you get into stand-up? All that bullshit. You show up at the show, you eat a bag of dicks.
Mm-hmm.
You just put your energy out. Saturday, I did a bunch. The girls went somewhere, and I did a bunch of stuff. I did kettlebells and shit in the garage. I hit the bag. But at 1:30, I was done for the day. I didn't do shit. And the girls were not home, but I didn't hunt anybody out to hang out. I didn't get on the phone. I didn't do anything. I'm resting. And energy is like anything else, okay? You ever do a HIIT workout?
Mm-hmm.
Where you have to do 20 seconds on and then 40 seconds off? That's stand-up comedy. That's a version of stand-up comedy. Because you're punching, they're laughing. So you're going to give them a breather too, but very light breather. Very light, that they think they got it together. And they're wiping their nose, and then you hit them again with another fucking array of bullets. But in a theater, when you come out first, it's the energy. You can't come out fucking around. You got to come out and get to it like if you're pissed. Like if you're fucking pissed. And then they get it. They're like, okay, but, if you do a club, hi, my name is Lee. Don't forget, put away your phones. And I lost you. Put away your phones. And don't forget to go on the website to see what the upcoming acts are. Are you guys ready to have a good time? You got to do that shit. But there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
Have a great fucking time with it. And then it doesn't even seem like you're really doing it,
Yeah, and it's I've been listening a little bit to some of my older stuff, when I first started. There's definitely a difference. But it's hard. I love when we have these talks and you give me advice and I try to implement it. I genuinely will try to implement it. But it's almost some of them I'm I don't know if I'm not ready to, or I just don't know how to really, because it's especially from that because you have such, dude, when you're walking around and you move, and especially when you laugh at yourself, all that stuff is something that myself and I think comics at my level look at and we want to do, but it's it's like a language on top of the jokes.
It took years also. Remember, you're looking at 35 fucking years on stage.
Holy shit.
34 fucking years. You know, the only thing that I came back from those 2 sets last week were I'm writing a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not writing anything fucking funny, but I'm writing. And I'm writing twice a day. And that's a muscle right there. At least your thoughts are always racing. For a long time, I didn't do shit. I just wrote out like 3 sentences every day and something for my daughter or something like that. Now, I get up in the morning, I do some shit, I smoke some pot, and I fucking write. Once my wife goes for a walk at 7:15, I know I got 45 minutes of fucking peace. So I go right back in there again and attack it again. And then she gets home, I do what I got to do, I shower, I go out, and then I'll think about shit throughout the day. That's what I do in the drive. Turn the fucking music off and think about one fucking thing and beat it in your mind. I'd rather be doing it with a piece of paper.
Right.
But I don't have a piece of paper in the car, and I'll have, I have a car with 1,000 dents. So I fucking just, you just can't.
Right.
And I don't know what happened to my video thing in the car. I used to be able to go, suck my dick and tape it.
Right.
And then go home later on, but it disappeared. I got to go back and download the fucking app. So
I love when you say things disappear. Like, it's still there.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but like I don't think anything disappeared from your phone.
Nah, it's not there. I had the voice memo. It just went away. Dog, I don't know what I'm doing on this phone. Let's get something straight, okay, guys? And for the people at home, I don't know what I'm doing on these phones. I touch shit disappears, shit pops back up. I got the essential. I don't even put Twitter and Facebook on my phone. People think like I got fit. They message me, hey, man, we're here. Don't do it on fit. You're an hour away. I don't have any. You know why? I don't even want those on my phone.
And like just get like they'll distract you.
Instagram's on my phone, but I don't have fucking Twitter and the other fucking thing. It's one less thing to worry about.
Fuck. Have you?
I have that. I have Whoop. I have the things I open the most. I'll tell you right now. Whoop, DraftKings, Instagram, Apple Music, Weight Watchers, Lexus once in a while, the Zen planner for jiu-jitsu, so you could schedule when you want to go to class and who's going to be there and shit like that. Beside that, there ain't much. I don't fuck around because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I got a calculator, I got a camera, I got a picture of a duck. I don't know what that motherfucker does. And then there's like a duck. I don't know what the fuck he does with money on him. SteamYard. Okay, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's how we used to do the old.
I got
podcast.
a calendar. I got fucking productivity and finance. I don't know what any of these things are. Files, Coinbase, Dropbox, Meet Georgie. I don't even know it. Wallet.
Dude, it's one of my favorites. It's like one of
teleprompter, notes. I don't even know how to work notes. It says iCloud Notes, and I don't even know where the fuck I go to there. And this is not good. This is not good. And people think like, no. I got United. Okay, so you got to fly out of Newark. I got the important
But there's
shit.
no way you're pulling up the app at the airport either. Like, you still use the paper.
They bother me. And they fucking make me open United. But I always give them the phone. I just give it to them. There you go. Knock yourself out. See if you get the Wi-Fi. It ain't working for me. I don't even know what the fucking code is.
Dude, it was like, I think the first thing you had me do for you. Like, because we met a few times in LA and we would hang out outside. And then one afternoon, you needed help on your laptop uploading a picture to Twitter. And it took me 30 seconds. And you looked at me and you said, you're an unadulterated genius. Like, it's so, dude, that was one of the funniest. It was just uploading a picture to Twitter.
So anybody that could do anything I can't do in my world is a genius. You have no idea how many mistakes I make. How many fucking people text me numbers, and I'll say, text me the address, and then I'll try to touch it and send it to somebody else, and I'll send them something completely wrong. They'll be getting directions to like Pennsylvania. Go, what the fuck were you sending me? I don't know. That's what my wife has to, drop a pin? Drop a pin. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how to drop a pin. How's that? Like, if you called me and said, drop a pin, I couldn't help you out at all. It looks like you're going to be lost like a motherfucker. I don't know any of that shit. I don't know how to Photoshop. I don't even know how to, like, put a picture on Instagram and put words under it.
Right.
Like people put words under it and that shit. I don't know how to do nothing. I went to it one time, use a template and all that shit. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know and I don't want to know. Forget about editing.
Right.
I've tried to be an editor 80 times. I've downloaded the Apple program because I heard that if you bought an Apple computer, you go to the Apple store and take classes. That you could sign up.
Yeah.
But every time I signed up, they didn't want to see me. The fucking class was packed. I went 3 places. Studio City, Culver City. Fuck. A year in advance.
Really?
Yeah, so what the fuck? You promised me fucking, you know, how to do this shit for retards, and now you're not even letting me in the fucking class. It's like SAG-AFTRA. Before you join SAG-AFTRA, they won't tell you nothing. For you people at SAG-AFTRA at home, you got to go on the website and look to see what they offer because they'll never tell you this shit. They'll never tell you this. SAG and AFTRA fucking put workshops on and acting classes with like fucking big-time people, but they don't send you an email. You got to dig deep and go, oh, my God. And then you sign up, and it's the same thing. Class is booked. You're sitting there all fucking day waiting for 6 o'clock so you can hit the link to sign up. You're right there at 5:59. You got the trigger finger. You took some Adderall, whatever the fuck you took, the speed in you.
Yeah.
You hit that motherfucker within 2 seconds. It's sold out. I never took an AFTRA fucking course. Ever. Ever. Fucking 20 years I applied for those things.
How, like... Are you self-conscious about not being good on the computer and stuff? Or do you not give a shit?
What am I going to do? I don't trust myself on anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? I go up to my kitchen and it's those new stoves. Beep, 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 beep. You know. Beep, 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 beep. Everything's a beep, 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 beep. I don't know if the stove is on. I don't know. Listen, the first week I was in New Jersey where nobody knows, we stayed at
Corporate housing.
And the girls would go to bed early. I was freaking the fuck out. I was living in anxiety. I could not sleep. So at night, I would make the Michael Jackson tea.
I forgot about
like
that.
3 coffees. I'd put a syringe of 1,000 milligrams. I put a handful of fucking ABXs. And I'd stare the thing because the ABXs would melt in there.
Right.
Oh, my God. I put a little fucking sugar in there to sweeten it up.
Yeah, I'm sure that one little bit of sugar helped.
So one night, I drank one of those. And I was fucked up.
Yeah.
And about 2 a.m, I go, you know what? I need another one of these to fall asleep at 4.
Oh.
I did the first one like at 11. Do you know I got so fucked up? Listen. It was a metal coffee pot. You know those pots you put in the thing? And they go boo when it's ready?
Yeah, the tea.
I was so fucked up. That thing went boo for like 3 hours. The metal collapsed. There was no water in it. It was burning. My wife woke up. And she's like, what's burning? I go, what's burning? I don't know. And she goes, Jesus Christ, Joey. The thing was black. We had to take it out the next day and put it in the garbage before they charged me for it, like $82.
Jesus.
I had to go buy a new one and shit. I melted the thing.
You melted a metal teapot. And what, you just were too high and fell asleep?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened. I just kept hearing beep, 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 boop, whatever the fuck. And then this new kitchen, I don't know how to do nothing in there. I know how to work the microwave.
Okay. That's a start.
But everything else is bullshit. And I'm the type of guy, I go for the ice machine and break. Like my wife is in there fucking getting ice cubes, crullers. I put my thing in I got to turn the thing around, put my hand in there, and take a big fucking, snowman fucking piece of snow out. I don't have no luck. So my wife always goes, why don't you heat that food up? I'm like, not in a fucking million years. Because that's a new stove. I don't know nothing about that thing. It makes a bunch of tick, 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 and then you turn it off and it still leaks gas. So I'm in the basement smoking a joint. Next thing you know, I got no head. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that shit. I'd rather starve to death. I won't cook a fucking thing in my house. One night I tried cooking eggs and the house almost blew up. I tried making scrambled eggs in the middle of the night.
Right.
As a cook, I'm fucking worthless. Guys, you got to understand something. I'm very lucky to have, to work hard to make people laugh. Because if I wouldn't, it would have been a fucking long life for me. I can't change a flat. There's a lot of things I can't I mean, you put a gun to my head, I could change a flat. For $15 an hour, I ain't changing your fucking flat. You could change your own fucking flat. You know what I'm saying? Like there was things I couldn't do. Like
right.
I just couldn't do. When I was younger, yeah, I could paint. I could roof, I was a sous chef for a few weeks, but I didn't like knives. I don't like working with fucking my fingers. You start talking shit. Next thing you know, I'm thummy. Fucking, I don't like none of that shit.
Oh, it gives me. I don't know
There
how
was
people
not
do
I
that.
could do. I was telling my friend retired. He's a cop. They gave him his military time. They mixed it with the police time, and he retired when he's 39.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for nothing. Because yesterday he's telling me that. Yeah, yesterday he's like, I think I'm going to get a bus driver job in Marlboro and drive the kids and lift weights for lunch, and then do the kids. And I go, dog, how long do you think this? Plus, he was a fucking undercover cop. I go, how long do you think this is going to last? And he just looked at me. He goes, why? I go, that's not going to last. I go, first of all, we live in the most boring neighborhood in New Jersey. There ain't nobody out in the daytime. Not a soul. Like, you can't find a fucking soul out in my town unless you go to a gym.
Right.
If you go to the restaurants, it's 3-4 people. Nobody does anything in the daytime. But when I first moved here, and George will be my witness, I used to come up to North Bergen a lot more. And I stopped because I was driving an hour just to drop 150 on lunch and tolls and shit. And I would look for people in North Bergen. Like, seriously look. Like, I would go to the parks and shit. Like, let's see who's at the park drinking. And, dog, the same thing in my hometown. A town that every 3 blocks, you could see 3 people on a corner or 2 people walking somewhere and pull over and go, anybody see George? Yeah, he's at 64th Street Field. Boom. You take a bus, you go down to the field. Yeah, they're having a party or whatever. That does not, when I leave here at night, I make it a purpose to go down Kennedy Boulevard. I make it a purpose to go down Kennedy Boulevard, and my heart breaks. Because there's a mile that you don't even see a fucking light. Not a fucking light. And what time do I leave here? 9:30? I know there's a curfew in my hometown for kids. I think so, 10 o'clock.
Whoa.
But still, it's 9:30. I would rock till 9:59. I'm out there fucking shooting bow and arrows like Rambo till 10:59, 9:59. There's not a soul out there. And let me put it even better to you. A couple of weeks ago, I went down Bergen Line Avenue. If you think I wanted to cry on Kennedy Boulevard, I almost fucking stopped at my mother's bar and just cried. I knew that. Listen, I don't know a lot of pieces of land in Hudson County, but I knew one thing. I knew 29th Street all the way to 48th, where Cubaville opens up, where the Genos used to be in the corner. I knew that. I knew that like the back of my hand. First of all, there was a movie theater on 45th and Bergen Line. And after that, there weren't a lot of things open, but there were things open. Last week I went down, I didn't see a light. There wasn't a business open after you hit 48th Street, past 29th. There's a head shop that's open till 10 or something on 17th Street. That's it. That whole block. That was New Moon Chinese Restaurant. That was Hernandez Cuban Restaurant. That was Pino's Pizzeria, all the way down to fucking 23rd Street. And Bergen Line, you had action. There ain't nothing there. There's nobody on the corners. If you don't have a day job now in Jersey, you die. You fucking die.
I think that's what people like, though. Like, don't you think your buddy who was a undercover cop in the army, like, enjoys a little bit of peace? Or no, you think, like...
Listen, let's get something straight. I come from central New Jersey, and everybody in this room will tell you. When I was growing up as a kid, we looked at central New Jersey and said, fuck those rednecks. Because that's exactly what they were. If you weren't from Hudson County, you were a farmer. It's like that expression, if you're not from Brooklyn, you're a farmer.
Okay.
All this shit, Hudson County, was fucking nice. Secaucus was a pig farm. Okay, that was a fucking pig farm. You drive through Secaucus, you still smell a little fucking... You still hear a little, yeah, whatever the fuck noise the pigs make. Bah, whatever the fuck they make.
That's a sheep. I think it's oink.
And I love central New Jersey where I live. But when I was a kid, let me tell you how this story goes. What's that when they say it's 60%? What's that when your world goes 60 degrees? When I was a kid in 1969, 70, 71, 68, that was my job, to go with the fucking Cubans who couldn't speak English. And I would get in the car with them in Harlem and go to Marlboro, New Jersey, because it was a farm. The whole town of Marlboro was a farm. It was a fucking farm. And they would buy the Santeria chickens to kill them.
Huh.
And the goats and the monkeys and everything else you bought down in South Jersey. So there was no paperwork. You bought them directly from the fucking farm. That's why it's very weird that I ended up back in Marlboro 50 fucking years. And let me put it this way. I used to go to Englishtown in 1976, 77, and 78. Every other Sunday, me and Frankie Balzano would drive to Englishtown and buy limousines for the feet for $7. They were irregular. This is way before, what's the clothing store that you give all the irregular stuff?
Ross, TJ Maxx.
Ross. You go in there, they have like the stitch says, well, I can't say what the stitch says, but instead of Nike, it's something else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Fucking Mikey. You know.
And who are you selling these irregular shoes to?
You'd bring them up north, and you fucking sell them for $15. Me and Frankie, $7 every Sunday. We'd go down there, buy all the sizes from 8 to fucking 13, and take our chances.
But
where? That was a flea market down there.
Oh, okay.
It's still there. What's it called? Englishtown Flea Market.
Right, but you'd buy them there. Where would you sell these shoes?
Up here, you fuck.
To who?
To
Are you
kids
just walking
on the
around
street.
and you want some shoes?
Kids whose parents won't give them $19.99. Those sneakers were like $22. If you saved $7, you follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
You didn't get a box. That's it.
Okay.
You didn't get a box. Who needs a box for $7?
Fuck it.
They're irregular. Nobody's going to see that the star is a little smaller on this side. It was a hustle, but there was nothing down there. Right. And I'm not, it was a different, like I remember going to a fucking, like one of those bowl nights, like December 29th, 30th, like that. I was probably a senior in high school, and a buddy of mine picked me up with like 3 other kids. And then we picked up like 2 other savages, and we were going to somewhere like an hour away. His cousin had told him there was a party over there. And I'll never forget, we walked into that party, and we're like, what the fuck is going on here? Within 10 minutes, one of us was in the bedroom stealing, robbing the house, jewelry, and then we passed around. Then they passed around the hat, the people, because we got there, and they're like, you guys got to chip in. They passed around the hat, and I'm not going to tell you who from North Bergen took the hat, took the cash out, put it in his pocket, and threw the hat back at them and says, we're out of here. It was like $40, and he just took the hat. And I'll never forget walking out of there, and the people were like shambled. It's like, you guys are criminals. You're animals. You're savages and all this shit. We just got in the car and left. And I'm like, that was easy. That was fucking easy. Like they were just, it was like a different world.
That was, yeah. Dude, I think, honestly, the majority of people now, if you work a 9 to 5, if you're actually at the office, by the time they get home, they Uber Eats, they watch TV. Like, I don't think people go out and do anything.
Hold on. Let's hold on to that thought. We got to take a breather. We got to talk to you about Huel. I got to take a little pee-piece, and I'll be right back. Stay black. In that, people work all day, and then they go home, they Uber Eats, and they stream a show.
And that's, dude, I think, because that's how I got really fat. When I first moved to LA, I worked 10 to 7, and I didn't want to even stop at a restaurant or cook, so I would pick up fast food. But I think now, I think a lot of people...
Now, you live in New York City.
I don't do that, but
the mecca of fucking everything.
Uh-huh.
What do you see when you go out to do comedy at night? Like, what do you see?
So my problem is like, I only got here in September. To me, I do see people out, but I have to be honest, other than like a Times Square or like, the parks, like where people are supposed to be, it's not jam-packed a lot. And I've talked to people who have been there for a while, and it does seem less. But I think like New York, or honestly any city, I think is different. That's why I've always loved cities, because there's always someone outside.
Well, let's say like, what's the latest you stayed out in New York walking around the streets? Like from a comedy show, you and 2 comics.
2-something?
Stop.
Probably.
And what's on the streets at 2-something? Are there bars with 20,000 people in it, or?
Not usually. No, I haven't. It was the one bar that I saw that was packed this week was a gay bar, which I thought was great.
They're always packed. They're giving out yum juice in there. Those fucking gay guys, they don't stream TV. They don't eat that shit from fucking Uber Eats. They eat cock and carrot juice. You know what I'm saying? They're out. They're out. And they drink and they snort coke and they do methadone pills. Then they go to the gym and work out like savages, So Here's my point, okay? 40 years ago, right now, in 1985, I was living with George. I stayed with George for about 6 months. And George would tease me. George would say, you're not going to go out? George used to go out 4 nights a week. The weekends with his friend Sammy, and then during the week with a girl and whatever. He would go to the fucking bicycle club. He would go to all these clubs, you know? And he would ask me every night, you don't want to go out? I just didn't like it. There was certain nights, but we did go out. We went to a club one night when I robbed a gas station to celebrate. I took him into the city to a club, and then. But besides that, when I like going out, but this is what I like. Like a month ago, I went out. 2 months ago, I stayed out till 2 a.m. That's fucking rare. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a fucking good time. I ate some mushrooms. I was at a strip club. All the chicks looked purple to me. You know, they would work me for $1, and I would giggle in their face. It was fun. You know, it was fun. You're talking to other people. But for me to get dressed on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday, come up here, picnic up, to go into the city to have dinner, to meet a bunch of people, to go to a club, I'd rather fucking stick knives in my eyeballs.
Dude.
I'd rather stick knives in my eyeballs. Again, I was also the type of kid that if you caught me on a good night, I mean, I still remember lifting weights with lubes at 5:30 and hearing that Prince was going to play with Nucleus and Sheila E. for $15, and we made it by 8:00.
That's cool.
Into the city. I like all that type of shit. When I don't have that shit about let's go see Guns N' Roses in June, and then we're gonna cargo. What's that shit they call outside in front of the stadium and
Tailgate.
No, that's gone. We don't tailgate. We get there fucked up. Okay, we're fucked up.
Yeah, you can tailgate with drugs.
Nah, but that's not. No, you can't, because there's fags out there and white people who'll rat you out. You can't put a mirror on top of your hood and smoke coke on it no more. That ship sailed. That's exactly what we were doing. But to get to the point here, I wasn't an out guy then. I get every once in a while I got a feather up my ass, and I go, you know what am I going to do at home? The girls are sleeping. What the fuck? I might as well. The other night from Philadelphia, I had that kid in the car. Whatever. On the way home, we talked. I didn't need him talking to me. I liked that he was there. He's a great kid. But that talking took away from my thought. I dropped him off and went for a ride. And I went to a bar, and I had a fucking martini.
You had a fucking martini?
By myself. That's how much I needed. When I called my wife at 10, and she's like, I'm going to be going to sleep. And Mercy just made cookies. We're going to be in bed. I'm not going to sit there by myself and then trip in the basement. That's what happens. The 4 walls close in on a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that's what the ride home is for me.
Uh-huh.
That's what the ride home is for me, to see what happened, how did it happen, why did I say that joke. That's what it is. It's like I don't need a tape recorder. I don't want a tape recorder. It's in my head already. It's in my head.
You can remember the whole thing?
Pieces of it. And then you call me and fill me in.
Yeah, I try to, but dude, you need a tape recorder.
I don't like listening to my voice. So
no one does.
Never gonna happen.
Dude, the reason why your joke works for me is because that's what my voice sounds like. I hate listening to my voice.
Anyway, nobody likes your fucking voice, all right? Go fuck
Thank you.
I like your voice, okay? You have a very nice Jewish voice.
I appreciate it.
But, all right. Then I left George and went to Colorado, and I wasn't going out in Colorado. I was snorting coke. Big difference. Going out and doing blow is a big difference. Yeah, once I started making money selling cars, I would go to, what's the hamburger place? That there's one in by my house that they have unless French fries.
Red Robin.
Red Robin used to have tremendous drinks in Boulder. They used to have a Coco Loco. I'd buy a gram of Coke, put it in my pocket, go over there, get 2 Coco Locos, maybe a top shelf margarita, and I'd do 2 bumps. Once the Coke started hitting me, I stopped at the liquor store right there in Boulder, picked up my fucking 6-pack, and went home. And that's what I did. I didn't like being out in public when you're that high. At that point, I didn't like it. So I never really liked going out. And then I did something for a guy who, I still remember being at Corky's and going, I can't wait till I move to Colorado. I'm never going to a fucking bar again. And I didn't. And I never did. But guess what happened in 1991? I decided to get on stage. And I'm like, no matter how you cut it, now you got to be out at night.
You're in a bar every night.
And
Multiple
I fucking
bars.
hated it. I fucking hated it. But then once I got into comedy, I started to enjoy it. And the first 5 years, you're in a fucking bar anyway.
Oh, constantly.
Okay, so from 1991, let's clean this up. From October of 93 to June of 2004, I got on stage almost every night. Almost every night. The first time I took a break was when I started shooting The Longest Yard, because they had no comedy in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I went to a couple strip clubs and talked to them about it, and they're like, nah, nothing happens in here. Nah.
I'm surprised you didn't somehow try to convince the other comics on the movie to do a show
Well,
for the...
Tracy Morgan wasn't there for longer than like 4 days. So
Right.
nobody, and you had to go to Albuquerque.
Right.
And Albuquerque's the quick. If you want to get stabbed, go to Albuquerque. Go to fucking Albuquerque. Something always bad happens in Albuquerque when I'm there. So I'd rather not
Right.
be there. But that was my life.
Yeah.
I remember like going, oh, tonight I still remember getting an audition for NYPD Blue. And going, I'm going to stay in tonight because I'd never seen NYPD Blue. 1997, I was doing stage comedy every night. You got to remember, I did not have a TV after I needed Coke money and I sold my Trinitron for like $100. I didn't have a TV after February. From February of 95 to June of 95, I did not have a TV. There was no reason for me to be home. I did that on purpose. I didn't want to be home. You're not going to get funny at the house.
Right.
Come home at 2, snort Coke, do whatever you want, but that's how I prepared myself for those times. I was broke anyway. I couldn't afford cable and the whole fucking box. I had to steal it. Forget it. I just not have a fucking TV. And I did that. And I fucking, like, when you're out doing comedy, you're doing blow, you're having a good fucking time. And then I stopped doing blow. And that was it. Like, my life changed because I didn't want to be freaky no more. I didn't want to be out of my mind anymore. And I knew that by going home, I wouldn't get in trouble, because you can't get in trouble at the house unless you stab your wife. Nothing bad's going to happen to you at the house, And now, at my age, this is all I want. I want somebody to pick me up at 5 after 7 with a joint and an idea. All right? Maybe 2 joints. We go somewhere, we get out of the car, we smoke 1 joint, we get back in the car, we go for a ride, we smoke another joint, and then we take a ride to get something to eat, like a milkshake. If you bring me back home by 9 o'clock, I'll never bother you again. My wife won't even hear about it. Just that hour and a half, 2 hours, is all I need. I don't need to go to Studio 54. I don't need to go to the city to talk to people. I don't need to go to a comedy club to talk to people. Seriously. And that's how I've always been.
Yeah.
The greatest times I've ever had in this area was when Lubes would pick me up at 7:45. We'd go over the bridge, buy a bag of weed, roll it, smoke it on the way down the West Side Highway, pull over on 12th Avenue, get a pretzel and a hot dog, and come back to Lincoln Tunnel. And then come up fucking through Hudson County Park, back to fucking Kennedy Boulevard. That was the best times of my life. I could do that 5 nights a fucking week and stop somewhere different to get something to eat. A slice of pizza, and I'll put it in my food budget. I'll eat earlier. I'll eat like at 5, because I know I'm going out at 10 after 7 to get something.
Right.
A Sicilian, maybe we'll stop and get a fucking bar pie,
Oh, dude, I couldn't relate to anything more than you just said.
My wife just told me a couple weeks ago, she goes, why don't you get an apartment up there for the summer so you can see your friends, you're closer to George. And I told her, I said, here's the deal, Terry. Like I'm telling you guys and I'm telling people at home. This has all changed. Nightlife has changed in my area. This is not, you started at Barone's, then you went and had a drink at the Midtown, then you went over here and talked to this guy. Mm-hmm. That's non-existent in this world. If I come up here, it's basically to go to Rudy's at 9. Get a cup of soup, smoke a joint with George, and then either I go to his house, or we come here, or I go to Nick's house. And we smoke weed, we put a movie on, catch the last half of a basketball game, baseball game, and then I go home at 10 o'clock. I'm not going to move up here to jump up and down. It's not going to be the same thing. If I get in my car right now and go looking for somebody, I could paste a $300 bill on my fucking forehead and drive up and down Kelly looking for one joint. I'll give you $300. You'll never find it. There's not a kid hanging out. There's not a parent hanging out. There's nobody grilling in the front there. Nothing.
And like, but here's the thing, because I
Life
wouldn't.
has changed, Lee,
Right.
and you're right. But I don't fucking think young kids, 22, 23, I don't see it, but I do. I do see them go home, get their little blankie, get their fucking computer game out, stream one of those fag shows on Netflix, and order some fucking Indian food from some store with their girlfriends. They're both wearing sandals. You know, I could see that. You know, I could see that this youth is going for that. That's not what I'd be doing.
Right.
That's not what I'd be fucking doing.
It does blow my, because there are people who do that in New York, and I don't get that
Listen,
at all.
right now I'm the type of guy that George says to me, dog, let's get in the car. Let's go to, there's a little fucking Chinese restaurant on Park Avenue. Right in North Bergen, it looks like they bombed it. Every time you go there, it's all steamed up. You can't see the Chinese people inside. But they make a nice pork fried rice. If you want to get a container of pork fried rice and sit on the street and eat it with a schnapple, with a napkin, I'm in. I'm one of those guys. I don't need to sit in there at night. But then some night we're going to get really high, and Nick's going to go, let's go down the river, whatever, and get a steak with river palm and get a steak with mashed potatoes with a salad, like a motherfucking dessert. And don't worry about nothing. Just come to the 34th floor and you can sleep on the floor.
Yeah, but I got it. That all sounds great.
That's
But
it.
you're also a comic. Like you wouldn't be moving up here to like have like a nightlife. Like your night. But if you were gonna do
No. I said nightlife, but that's not a nightlife. That's a fucking Joey Diaz life.
right.
That's not a nightlife. I mean,
Oh, you're
if
saying
I
just for
moved up
any
here-
normal person.
Listen, here's how fucking lazy I am. If I moved up here, how many nights you think I'm actually going to go to the ferry and go over there and do comedy? That's not going to happen either.
3?
Maybe.
I think
Because
you
I
could do
really
3
one
every
thing
other
I-
night.
But I'll tell you what, it's a lot different doing this shit in the spring and summer
Yeah.
than it is in the winter.
Oh, dude, it's great right now.
You know, at 7 o'clock when you walk on, when that Uber drops you off in there, it's fucking beautiful at 7 o'clock. And you walk out to that fucking thing, and there's a couple, everybody's coming back, and you're going over, you know?
Right.
So you go over there, you get on there, get an Uber, go to Gotham, wherever. Like when I was here for the Soprano movie, I fucking love it. I come over, go to fucking Rudy's, what's his other place? Toppers. We went a couple places at night, and I would still be over the bridge by fucking 9. I'd be ashamed. All of us would eat, and we look at each other. Hey, are you tired? Yeah, I'm so tired. Fuck.
Yeah.
I remember going over there to a hotel like at 9 and just going up to the roof to smoke every hour on the hour. And I'm up at like 1, and I'm like, I'm fucking starving. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to eat? And I went
Everything.
downstairs, and the lady's like, you go wherever you want. This is open, this is open. But if you want, go to Wohop. And I remember going, I can't go to Wohop by myself. It was 1:30 in the morning. And then finally, like at 2, I'm like, this is getting serious now. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
I called down there like at 3:30, and it was still open. We opened till 5. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to get ugly up in this bitch.
Oh, that's
I missed that.
Yeah,
that
that's
I
great.
could, because I don't know what. But see, again, guys, I don't stay up late anymore. But when you stay up and you roll a little number, maybe you scroll the TV, and Rambo 2 is coming on HBO, and you're like, fuck it. I'm gonna go smoke a couple numbers, go upstairs, get some Chips Ahoy, or whatever the fuck you know. You don't know. You can't. Like, I don't plan for that because
Right.
it doesn't. Sundays, it's been happening.
you stay up late.
I go to bed. I go to bed late, and then I get up like at 5, and I watch the worst show on fucking the thing, but it's my favorite show. It's the worst. This season 4 has just depressed me more than anything in the world. Malcolm X is making dream comebacks and shit. I don't need it. Godfather of Harlem. Oh boy.
It's not good.
Yeah, the producers moved on. They got like 18 different shows. The Chin is gone. Vincent Gigante went to some, a different show. He's doing something for Marvel or one of those motherfuckers. And the show is brutal. It is brutal. My wife goes, how come you don't let me watch it? I goes, I don't want you to watch it. I don't want you to laugh at me. It's fucking god-awful. The fucking Tupac's mother is in it now, and she became a Black Panther, and fucking...
So why don't you give up? Just tell it. You could just be done
I'll
with the
give
show.
up at the end of the season. I don't think Bumpy's going to make it. I think Frank Lucas is going to kill him. So,
Okay.
because Frank Lucas is coming on the scene with Joe Colombo, and fucking Bumpy's getting old. He just had a heart attack. So shit's happening in Harlem right now.
So that's what you do on Sundays now? Is you wake up early? And
I'll
watch
wake
that
up
show?
early just to watch it alone. I'll get high and I'll go back to bed.
Is it because you're embarrassed by it? Or
Yeah,
because you wake
like
up early?
I can't have my wife walking into me watching that show. She'll go, Joey, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't think you're not doing it to jerk off.
And
You're doing it to watch the show.
took like another $1 million from production. So the production looks like it's a high school thing. Like the other day he was in the hospital. Dog, it was not a hospital. It was not a hospital. No fucking way. It's just not. I don't like when they do that to shows.
Remember that Clint Eastwood movie where it was like the sniper one? I already made fun of it for years, but they had like a baby in the movie, but Clint Eastwood just had them have like a toy baby. And it was in the movie, like it was obviously not a real baby. Like that's crazy when
You'd be surprised what isn't real. Like animals.
The animals aren't real?
No.
What
They're
are
like
they?
petrified animals, and the camera moves and the editing. They put like a real fucking animal. Then they pull them away and they put like a fake, and then you shoot the fucking thing, it explodes.
Oh
They
yeah,
shoot
the
it
ones
from the other
exploding
side.
I figured weren't
Whatever
real.
you could do with a camera is brilliant. What they can do with a camera, they can make you believe anything.
Yeah.
So it's
But
pretty.
if it's that bad.
Like today. Oh, yeah. And that Godfather of Harlem. Oh, my God. He crashes into somebody. It's a guy with a beard that crashes in, and then fucking Pino comes out, and he's got like an Italian guy. I'm like, there was a terrorist just driving that fucking car. I thought it was jihad in Brooklyn. And now the guy's got a beard. Like they couldn't even. A lot of movies, I look for that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like when people fall off a cliff or something, how they tuck their head, or they'll put like a wig on and you see the wig fly off. Shit like that.
What was the De Niro one where like you could see it was a casino where they blew up the car at the end?
Yeah.
But they had like a dummy in the car that like there was like a frame they just cut. Like, the editing was just a little weird. And
sometimes they do. The editor goes, "Let's leave it in to fuck with people." It's like if you watch the first Brad Pitt and George Clooney when they rob people.
Ocean's 11.
Watch the first one. There's a scene where they do that to fuck with people. Brad Pitt is eating a shrimp cocktail.
Okay.
He's eating it off a dish, dipping it in the thing. The next scene, he's got the shrimp cocktail the way a shrimp cocktail is supposed to come. That's a huge fucking motion picture. That's a huge George Clooney and Brad Pitt and 8 other fucking animals. You got 8 eyes looking at that. Not one person. That's how fucking monotonous something could get. Like if you keep looking at something over and over,
right,
it just gets that monotonous. When I see it, I'm like, oh, there's a couple Sopranos where you see the boom.
Yeah, really?
Couple Sopranos where you see the fucking boom. You know, and dog, it's a busy day. It's 13 hours. You've been there since 6. This guy didn't show up. This woman's pussy hurts. Everybody's complaining. They can't find the missing shoe. And all of a sudden, you just want to get out of there. And you shoot through it, and whatever the eye is used to, it's like when you go home. You ever go home and look at the mirror when you get ready? We all get ready. You know, it's not that you look in the mirror, look at my fucking hair. No, I got 3 hairs left, you know. But I don't give a fuck who you are. Look at your home mirror and then go to Vegas and take a shower and go in the mirror with your clothes on. You're going to go, what the fuck happened? I aged. I got fatter. I got skinnier. My feet look big because your mirror, you see what you want to see. On that Vegas mirror, that motherfucker don't lie. That's the real deal. That's who's the chick who looks at the mirror, mirror on the wall? Same fucking thing. Who's the
Snow
ugliest
White?
motherfucker of them all? Jesus Christ, it's me. That's what the fucking problem is there.
Oh, could you imagine if you had a mirror that talked to you and told you what you look like?
I'm thinking of making one. That's a good idea. I'm going to patent it. You look like Dick. You look like a fucking sack of shit. Okay? With that fucking shirt on. Where the fuck are you going? But it's really weird what I look for at night in nightlife. Now, I'm not looking, dog, I could never, the only way I could stay up till 1 is if me and George had a coffee now. And I did like something like half a mushroom or another taffy. I'd be up till 1, maybe 2. I got to know what it'd be tomorrow, till 11. So I don't give a fuck. But that won't stop me. I'll go to bed at 2, but at 6:30, that cat will be waking me up. And then I'll get up. And then I'll actually get up, drink coffee, do what I got to do in the morning, talk to my wife. And sometimes once she leaves, I'm like, I'm showered. I'm going back to bed. Fuck it. I go back to bed for another hour. I get up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need my 8 now. So, but no, I'm not looking to be Johnny Bananas. It's like game 7 of the Knicks the other day, game 6. I love what I do. I love that I'm a comic and I lucked out and shit works out to me. But that doesn't give me the right to dress up like a fucking clown and buy tickets I can't afford to go to a Knick game, to jump up and fucking down like I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? And you watch it. Listen, you want to go to a Knick game and hide? When you see, what's his name? The guy who dated his daughter.
Woody Allen.
The Chinese girl.
Woody Allen.
Remember he used to go to Knick games? He didn't sit in the front. He sat in the corner because he knew he was doing something evil. The real gangsters don't want to be seen.
It does seem like that when you watch
that's what everything has become. That's what everything has become. When you look at those Knick games, here's the sad fucking thing. Those first 10 rows, they're not even there to watch the game. You can see it on the TV screen. Mm-hmm. They're talking to each other. They're looking at their sunglasses. They're looking at the phone. They're not there. They just want to tell their friends, I went to the Knick game last night. Oh, my God, how was it? It was so exciting. No, you didn't even watch. You couldn't wait for the game to end. So you go home to your fucking ugly cat. You know? The fuck is wrong with people?
No, it's for them to take an Instagram picture.
That's it. But that's every game you see. Not if you're watching like Memphis or, Oklahoma City or Denver. But L.A. Lakers is the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The Garden is the same thing. Miami, who's in the audience,
Dude,
and that just, and then people, I don't know, it just sucks. I think it's just, I don't know, you have to pull up to the side of the Garden for a limo to pull you up. It's just, I don't know, man. It's not for me. I just want to fucking move in darkness.
Yeah. You never want to be seen.
I don't want to be fucked. You know why? And to act that way bothers me. To act that way, there's only one time I had a good time when somebody put a camera on me, and that was last year at the UFC.
Oh, that was cool.
Because I knew that dude. I know him. So he asked me, and I was like, I don't know. And they were all talking about it. They go, give it a shot. And then he came back, and then he came back another time. And they were like, no, that's it. But that dude didn't. But I see that dude all the time. He's been with the UFC for I don't know how fucking long. But that shit makes me feel like I would hate to get caught on the camera when you have to kiss somebody.
You don't like the kiss cam?
I mean, you're sitting next to, I don't know.
Your wife, hopefully.
Yeah, let's say I'm sitting next to my wife. I don't mind kissing her, but it's just, I don't like kissing somebody on the spot. That's like fucking playing fucking spin the bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Could you propose at a stadium? Like people do that?
No. I saw that the other day. The chick pitched and she turned around and he's on one knee like a faggot. Because what if she says no?
Oh, I know.
That's fucking life-changing. That's worse than your team losing and you got the jacket and the helmet on like a fucking 10-year-old. So I proposed to Terry on the phone.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, on the fucking phone. That's how normal people do it. I got to make an event. I got to make an event and put a bird trailing a sign that says, I love you, Terry, and I got to get on my one knee like a fucking idiot. That's what you did in 19th century, right? When you had the bow and arrow. That's not even the bow and arrow, a little after that, like before the Titanic, like the Titanic.
Yeah, okay.
You got to come to a woman's house with a hat on your chest. Charlie-o, I'm here to pick up Cynthia. And where do you plan to take Cynthia? I plan to take her for some tea and then maybe see a concert. And who's performing? Oh, my goodness. Have you heard of the White Rail? Oh, we love the White Rail. Oh my
You'd have to court them.
Huh?
It was like courting.
Yeah, you have to court
you ask
them.
The parents'
and then
permission.
the parents come out with you the first time. And, you're just trying to fucking get a piece. And they're watching you like fucking you're a kidnapper.
Do you like? Oh, and like, do you think now you would if, like you would have texted her? Like, I can't like, dude. I've never heard of anyone getting proposed to over the phone.
I was with her for 9 years. You don't need the drama. That's it. Do you ever see Pretty Women? The
Yeah.
best part of Pretty Women was when she's talking to Richard Gere, and she's waiting for Richard Gere to make a move. And Richard Gere shows up with strawberries, and what else did he show up with? Champagne. Remember? And she was eating the strawberries, and he's like, slow down. You got to fucking, because she's an animal. And all of a sudden, she looks at him and goes, listen, before we get this started, I'm a sure thing. Okay?
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm a sure thing. So knock it off with the romance and the fucking, yeah, I'm here to fuck. You paid me $2,000. There ain't no looking back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't need strawberries.
No. I'm a sure thing. That's it. You know, when you're with somebody for 9 years, she's a sure thing. She ain't going nowhere.
Right. But
How's she going to carry all the cats out by herself? It's a sure fucking thing.
You could take 2 trips, but like, dude, how did that conversation get like lead up to it? Well, were you planning on proposing?
Not at all. Not at all. I was clean off the coke for about a year. I was finally stabilized. And I was looking at her. And you can love a woman with all your heart, all right? You can love a woman with all your... Now, listen, I came from the fucking 70s where you meet a woman, you take her home, and whatever happens, happens. If she ain't got no family, ain't no sense of marrying her, getting stuck with the tab and fucking, no. You understand me? Like, I came from a different time. She's your woman. You don't need no fucking document to prove that she's your woman. At the end of the day, every man in this room would not get married unless they're for her parents or your parents. Mm-hmm. So, I was just living with her. I was already married. I failed at it. Who would want to marry a guy that was already married and failed on it? Why would you want to fail? Because then you kept falling into that stupid fucking, oh, I've been married for 4 times. You're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser.
2's a lot different than 4.
Yeah, but after the first time, you're a fucking loser, okay? You failed at the basic communication. Basic. It's a man and a woman. You fucking got an F. Things happen. I get it. Things happen. That's not what happened with me and my ex-wife. Things happen. But, when you're with somebody that long, it's like we what these idiots call my ride and die, and they don't even know what they're talking about.
Right.
They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Everybody's pissed off. Everybody's putting something online right now. I don't know how I feel about David Portnoy. I know he's a great fucking guy, and he's helped a lot of businesses and shit. Sometimes he pisses me off with the shit he says, but you gotta love what the man said last week on Club Shay Shay. He said you hear that? He broke up with his wife, they're divorced, but she still has access to the fucking account.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And he goes, why'd you do that? He goes, because she was with me when I couldn't afford a hamburger. In. That's it. That's what people forget all the time. So most guys leave, and that's what he did. He got a 26-year-old. You got a young chick, whatever, but you forgot about that fucking cheeseburger. Like, I still have the first TV me and that woman bought. And I'm a fucking animal. Everybody knows I'm a fucking animal. I have nothing from my youth. I fucking stole people's houses that were holding my stuff. I robbed 2 people who were holding my stuff. I lost it all. But there's people who, and it's, I didn't know I was going to get married. I just knew she was sad about something. She had gone home, and her brother and sister-in-law were about to have their second kid. And she's fucking around with me for 9 years. We're still living in a 1-bedroom fucking apartment studio. We share a fucking car. A woman at one point goes, what the fuck? And I don't blame you. 9 years, like I say all the time, you could suck dick in an apartment, you could suck dick in a mansion. I'd rather suck dick in a mansion with silk sheets and a guy playing the violin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your church is nice and clean. You don't have to get up and go to work. But, so I don't know, Lee. I went to this thing that day and I talked to a friend of mine. Santeria Babalao. He was my kung fu teacher. And one day I went over there for a read. And when I do Santeria stuff, the male saints don't ever fucking bother me. They always say, like, don't hang out on the corner, or don't carry a weapon, or don't drink, shit like that. It's before I leave, the women saints always raise their fucking hands. And they always got something to say. You got to do this, you got to do that. You got to treat this person better, you got to do this. And you understand when they say it to you. They don't say it to you like, you got to be nicer to Lee. They don't tell you that. They say something else to you, and when you get in the car, you're like, I know what they're talking about. And he was telling me that this saint kept throwing up, that I couldn't let this woman go. The woman I had, don't let her go. Because at that point, I'm like, I ain't doing nobody no favors. You got to be honest with yourself. I ain't doing her no favors. She's a pretty girl. She's got 3 or 4 more years before she could have a kid. She'd go back to Oklahoma, where my wife is from, Tennessee, and be the cowboy. Is it going to hurt me? Yeah. But in the long run, I'm going to be a better man for it. And whatever that guy said to me, I'll never forget. I got in the car, and I called my wife from the car. I put the air on, and I'm like, listen, here's the deal. Let's get married, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to call your dad. That I did do. I called her dad. He didn't even know what I was talking about. What? Yeah, I'm going to marry your wife. What? Yeah, I'm going to marry your wife. Really? Yeah. That's exactly what I did. The wedding cost us $1,000, guy.
That never happened.
You didn't need pigeons. We didn't need white people jumping up and down in a band and somebody banging a glass and making believe you love each other. And my love this is my new sister-in-law. We don't need that. We don't need that. That's for fucking people who want to show you something. That's for that fat chick that never had dick. Then she gets married at 48. She's got to show everybody she's married now. Fucking the dress don't even fit no more.
I think she might have earned it at 48.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
So what did you get for $1,000?
Well, we got the cake, a dress, my wedding band, decorations, because the Hollywood Bowl gave us the lounge for free. We got Cuban food from El Cochinito, pork chunks. We got fried chicken from Ralph's, from Rock and Roll Ralph's, has the best fried chicken. And we got pastrami from Langer's. And fucking, and that was it. And we told people they have to bring a gift. And it was on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put anybody out. Because when you have a fucking wedding on a Saturday, you put me the fuck out. Okay, that's 8 hours out of my fucking day. Let's narrow that down. We got married in one of those chapels on Wilshire. You walk in, the midget comes out in a tuxedo, bop, bop, bop. You sign. We got in the fucking car and drove a half a mile up to the fucking Hollywood Bowl. Everybody came with jeans and T-shirts. I did not give a fuck. And it was perfect. And 16 years later, we're still fucking together. Yes, so you want to talk to me about having pigeons and kissing everybody and white people, everybody dressed in white suits, and you don't need that shit at the end of the day. But you got to convince this chick you're marrying that. That's the problem. You got to convince this poor girl that since she's been 8, she's having a dream to marry a prince, and you're going to come in on a white horse, and the dad's going to pay for everything. That's the problem you have. It's pretty tough to convince a woman that we're not going to get married like that. For what? For your fucking goofy friends? For those retards? No. I'm not getting married. We're getting married for us.
I agree with that, and I will say, because like I was teasing you when you reminded me about proposing over the phone, but like there's a lot of people who are really unhappy in marriages and who are just like they felt like they had to do it, or they were giving up because they were getting older, or like for a million reasons people get married that they shouldn't, and like you said, you're about to hit it. We talked an episode or two ago about 25 years.
3 episodes about 35-year-old women.
Oh no, but yeah, that too.
About 35-year-old women and 40-year-old men. I mean, listen, the biggest thing in this country right now is loneliness. Okay? You see it every day. You read about it. People they've depended on this online dating, and it's taken them out of going to bars and talking to people. They depended too much on online dating. Guys my age are supposed to be really fucking bored. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. That's why I do what I do. People my age get a dog. And at least they walk a dog 3 times a day, and you lose your mind. You talk to the dog. You buy cookies for whatever the fuck you do. But right now, a lot of people are fucking lonely, though.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard to meet people. Very hard to meet women, but I believe in something. There's an ass for every chair. Okay? And you just got to get out there. And I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've fucking seen it right in front of my eyes. Chicks that can't catch a break and they marry some white dude and boom, they have a kid. And, you know, I just saw a girl on Facebook. I remember when this girl was struggling. She's a fucking producer now. Her and her husband started producing fucking films. They had a kid. I know this girl 20 fucking years. She was an assistant. You know, I believe in it. I seen it. It's just believing that you're going to meet somebody nice and fucking dropping your fucking whatever.
Your
Because
guard.
everybody wants a beauty queen.
Oh.
But you're 50, you're missing a tooth. You know, you live in your mother's basement. What's going to happen? What fucking beauty queen are you going to draw? Take what you want. Take what you can get. Like the man says, what's the Stella say? You can't get what you want, but you get what you need, okay?
Have you ever had that conversation with a friend, like you need to lower your standards?
No, because they got no standards. I got friends that got no standards.
That's true.
You a little bit. George got no standards.
No, well,
He hooks up with a chick. Next thing you know, he's driving to the chemo. You know, he don't give a fuck. Next thing you know, where are you, George? I'm at chemo. I got to call you back. I regret this piece of pussy. Yeah, you're going to glow in the dark now. Because she sucks your dick with that chemo juice in her mouth.
I don't know where to go from chemo juice, to be very honest with you.
Chemo juice is chemo juice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. I had a good time with you guys today. I hope you have a great week. I want to thank...
We had Blue Chew and we had Huel.
And Huel, I want to thank them for sponsoring us. And I want to thank you guys. What do you got this week, Cinderella?
This week, I'm all over New York throughout the week. Check out my Instagram. And yeah, I got shows coming up.
Why don't you tell them?
So Broadway Comedy Club on Wednesday night. Tuesday night, I'm at Sheba's at the Three Monkeys Bar. And then Friday night at midnight, I'm on the Upper East Side. I'll have an exact date for you.